What up? What up? What up, people? What's up? What's up? What's up? Oh, okay. The views are over here. Instagram not connecting. You are live on Instagram. Let me see what the Instagram looking like. What's up? What's up? I'm just gonna let people file in. Gotta see if this Instagram is working first. Oh shit! Who I call? My bad, sis. My bad. I meant to call my wife. All right, y'all. Hey, shut up. We got bye. Bye. What's up, you? Am I live on Instagram? It's not live on Instagram. Let me see. You sure it's not live? Oh, I think I need. Remember, I needed what to do. Instagram always be kind of acting funny with their live stream. Hold on, Instagram live. 1 second, people. 1 second. Okay, Instagram live stream key. Remove this destination. Let me see. 1 second, people. I'm having technical difficulties per usual. Just text me, all right? All right. I'm a dog and it came suicide. Stream key. Pay, save changes. Oh, matter of fact, I forgot. Okay. Just gonna let people sign in for a second. I'm trying. Okay, here we go. All right, y'all. Let me know how we looking. Are we on Instagram? We locked in on Instagram. All right, I think Instagram is in the building, but it's not showing up on my locations. It's cool. This is cool. All right. What's going on? Listen, right? I'm gonna let everybody file in. I'm everybody getting in single file line, and we're gonna get this Sunday segment started. I ain't gonna keep y'all too long, but I am gonna do a slight little Q&A session at the end. So make sure you get your questions. I'm not gonna really be tapped into the comments or anything while I'm talking, because I'm gonna just be flowing and I'm in the studio and just get going. So I'm not really gonna have time to respond while I'm in it. So save your questions for the end. I'm gonna do a live Q&A. I'm also I don't know if I can add somebody on here. I don't know if I can add somebody on here, but I'm gonna try. I'm going to try. Got a new streaming software, so I'm still trying to figure it out, guys. I'm still trying to figure it out. What's going on, Will? Happy New Year, man. Happy New Year, brother. I'm still trying to make content, man. I'm still trying to make content. Letting everybody file in single file order. Listen, make sure y'all stay here throughout the whole live. So that's why I want everybody to come in, as many people as possible right now, so y'all can get your popcorn ready, get your seats going, and then we're gonna make it shake. Now I'm stuck. All right. Notes. Full screen mode. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. I also want to say your boys I don't know why, but before I get on these lives, man, your boy be a little nervous. I really don't get it, but maybe because I'm just used to talking to the camera by itself. So, all right, we got some people on YouTube. We got some heavy people in the Instagram. Like I said, guys, make sure you save all your comments, questions, concerns to the end. I will be doing a Q&A, really answering questions that you guys have. I really want to get it to a point once I figure out the technicalities behind it to be able to invite people to the live, so you guys can actually ask questions. We can, sit down and assess some situations. But this is a new software I'm learning. And welcome. First thing I'm gonna say, listen, if you're in real estate, you're a healthcare professional, make sure y'all go tap in. I got a healthcare landlords network. I got a private Facebook group for real estate investors, aspiring and established real estate investors in healthcare. But this is the thing: you must be a healthcare professional. I mean, licensed. Sorry if you're in school. Sorry if you're getting your prereqs. You got to be a healthcare professional, because that's my target audience, and that's who I'm here to help. So I mean, licensed, working, licensed, retired, and you got to have real estate, or be really trying to get real estate, not trying to learn, because I'm not a real estate guru. I'm not a real estate teacher, but I am a financial planner, financial advisor, and I can help you organize and get everything straight. But I'm not here to teach you how to be a real estate investor. You got to really want to go get that on your own, similarly to what I did. All right. So pretty much, oh, forgot to do the introduction, guys. I'm sorry. All right. What's going on, people? My name is Tyron Tyson, also known as the Urban Nurse. I'm a licensed financial planner. I'm a real estate investor. I'm a husband. I'm a father, a son, and I help healthcare professionals become better real estate investors. Sunday segments is a segment of my content that I'm starting to want to put out. I hope it grows into something bigger, maybe small kind of live podcast, live sit down situation, giving EYL vibes and interviews and things. But I got to build up that traction, got to build up that notoriety and authority before doing that. So every week, as promised, I'm going to come to you guys and I'm going to provide you guys some motivation that I think, help you take it to the next level, or at least light that fire and get your week started. Because, we set goals and we do things like that. But in order to achieve the goals we set, we got to break them down into small, manageable goals that we can actually accomplish and achieve. So, yeah, I'm sure you want to have a great 2024. You want to build wealth. You want to attain financial freedom, all of that other stuff. But let's focus on today, Sunday, January 2021. Sunday, January 21, 2024. And let's, win the night and get prepared for winning the week. Because if you win the day, if you win Monday, you win Tuesday, you win Wednesday, etc., on to the next Sunday, you've won the week. You win 2 weeks straight, you won almost half the month. You win 4 weeks straight, you won the month. If you can get that into a consistency and get to a consistent point, then that's when you win the year. And that's pretty much how it works. So the segment, so what we're going to be talking about today is pretty much the behavioral mindset and the behavioral decision makings when it comes to achieving financial independence. So, like, the discipline required, the sacrifices that are required to be made, and really self-analyzing and self-assessing what you are doing and or what you aren't doing in order to achieve these financial goals you have set out for yourself. So I'm gonna start off by I don't know if you guys saw the content. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you follow me on all platforms. Instagram at TheURbanNurse, Facebook Tyron Tyson Financial Planner, YouTube at TheURbanNurse. Tap in with me on all platforms. I'm even on TikTok. I said I wasn't gonna do TikTok, but the kids and wifey pushed me to TikTok. I'm on TikTok now at TheURbanNurse. I think it's _1 because somebody out there stealing my name. But I'm gonna go to this post that I posted earlier for you guys. Didn't get much engagement, but it's cool. It's cool. Make sure y'all go like it. So I'm going to read it for y'all. The more I advocate for financial independence, the more I realize the majority of people will never reach their financial goals. Not because they can't, but because, one, they don't know they have the problem. Two, they refuse to accept that they need to change, right? So change your perspectives, your environments. Change your perspectives, your environments, your peers, and your habits. This little thing is in the way right now. It's kind of okay. Yeah, that's how we do it. But the ultimate sacrifices aren't willing to be made to achieve this. That's not what it really says. I can't see it, but I think it says, but this is the ultimate sacrifice not many are willing to make. And I was thinking about that because looking at myself, like a lot of these times when I'm making these statements or trying to get this motivation, I'm going off a personal experience. I'm not talking about anybody else. I can't talk about anybody else. But I feel like a lot of times we want to achieve these goals, but you got to understand, like, wherever you are in life, you're there for a reason. And that reason is not because of anybody else. Let's have take some accountability in our actions. And you're in the place that you're at because of you, right? And the only way you'll either get out of that place, get to the next level, rise higher, climb the ladder, whatever you want to call it, the only way you are going to be able to do that is by changing who you are, because who you are today is to fit the level that you're at and complete and or accomplish that level. What you beating the boss, essentially. So beating that level, that's what you're prepared for and what you have right now. And if you are struggling in life, financially, mentally, physically, all of that is because you're not doing what you need to do at this phase in order to master this level so that you can be blessed and then go to that next level, achieve whatever goals they are. But in order to do it, like I said, you got to self-analyze, look in the mirror, and ask yourself what's your why. Like, why are you waking up every day? Why are you going to work? Why are you picking up extra shifts? What are you doing this for? Are you doing this for other people or are you doing it for yourself? So once we self-analyze and really figure out what our why is, that's when we can start to acknowledge the change, figure out what needs to change and how it's prohibiting us from getting to that next level. So I just really wanted, like, studying to become a financial advisor, and then getting into financial planning, it really brought me to an understanding, like, yo, when I found out what this information that was out here and I found out about the skill of money, I've been trying to share with everybody, but it's like people don't want to change who they are, because who you are right now, if you ain't a millionaire, billionaire, then you really don't. Let me not say that because I don't want to offend anybody. But if you're not at the financial, if you don't have the finances that you want, that's all because of you. And it really breaks down to a psychological level in understanding behavioral finance. And behavioral finance covers a array of areas and topics. But the main topics I want to talk about is the fundamentals. So emotional influence, your mindset, overcoming procrastination and distractions, the habits that you have financially, and even the social influences that influence your financial choices. So I'm gonna give you guys a little story. This is my story, so you're gonna hear it over and over again, because this is what really got me to who I am today. This is what really got me to the place I'm at. So I want to share it every time because it's true to me. Um, just making sure everybody's staying in, everybody's still here. First of all, let me just show y'all something. You know what I'm saying? That's a bad boy right there. He's a bad boy. I just wanted to give him his shout out because that's my quarterback. So became a nurse in 2017, the December 2017. That's when I got like actually finished nursing school, all of that. I didn't get my license until um like my RN passed my NCLEX until January of 2018. So for 2 years, I'm doing my nursing thing. First year in nursing, I think I cleared maybe like 60, 70K or something like that. Whatever. Second year, I cleared close to 100,000, like 90 something. A lot of overtime, a lot of little shift bonuses. Shout out to Wifey. Wifey was helping me out at the time. That's where we had met. And you know what I'm saying? I had to work hard and finesse the system in order to get to that level. So I want to say when 2020 came, got my first COVID contract. And it was my first like long distance travel assignment. That whole contract, I want to say I was getting paid like 80 an hour or something like that. This was early COVID before like nurses started dropping, nurses started leaving and retiring and all this other stuff. So the numbers was kind of low. But I ain't never made over $50 an hour prior to that. And when I started to get that money, I've always been financially aware. I'm not gonna say financially literate, but I was always that kid shoveling snow, door to door, raking leaves, hustling in the neighborhood, trying to make a dollar, doing anything I could do that wasn't selling drugs. And I've always been a saver, always just saving for whatever that rainy day is or whatever that situation. But I always just like to feel safe and secure, honestly. So when COVID came around, I was finally making some money. It's like the power would just start charging me up, right? And at that time, I had a '08 Honda Accord. You know what I'm saying? Not on his last leg. I was gonna ride it till the wheels fall off. But when I started making that money, I saw the world started to go in a different direction. I'm like, all right, this money gonna be here for a little bit. Let me just get a new car. And my first major purchase that I made on my first big financial mistake that I made, I put 20,000 down on a brand new 2019 Infinity Q60, and it really wasn't the car that I wanted, but it was hard. It was available. I wanted the Q60. You know what I'm saying? Two-door Infinity and just be I'm whipping through the streets, but I couldn't afford it, so I had to settle for what I could afford, and I was trying to pay it off cash because I'm not really a fan of reoccurring bills. I'm not a fan of car notes. I wasn't trying to do that. So here you go, take everything you got. And that was really majority of what I took home besides my living expenses. That was majority of what I was able to save up in my first contract. And when I finished the contract, got home, I'm sitting on the couch and I'm like, yo, what? I ain't got nothing to show for it. I'm getting on the gram. I'm seeing everybody doing their thing. And I'm like, yo, I just bought this car. The new car smelled and wore off already. And I was just like, damn, why did I do that? I could have invested that money and still had it today. I could have gotten into real estate a little earlier, or I could have paid somebody to teach me about real estate early on and not have made the mistakes that I made. But needless to say, I'm saying that to share the experience that I made financial mistakes early on in my career as well. But it was realizing and stopping those mistakes, stopping those habits, stopping those impulsive decisions, impulsive purchases. All of that had to stop in order for me to, all right, now when I go into this next contract, I want to be intentional and I want to get into real estate. That was my goal. I got the car. The car didn't change my life. You know what I'm saying? I think I maybe got one text message or something. Like, hey, Did I just see you drive with? That was it. Never heard nothing about a car ever since. And it was just like the shine wears off with everything. Everything and anything materialistic, the shine always wears off. And when it loses value, it ain't gonna mean nothing to you. It's not gonna mean the same thing as what you wanted it a year ago, but a year before that. So going into my next contract, I'm like, all right, I'm getting into real estate and continuing on through those contracts. That's what I did. But in order for me to do that, one, I had to isolate myself. So I'm working, out of a hotel. I'm not with my family, not able to go hang out with my friends. And I'm working so much and I'm so tired that I'm not really tapping into the social landscape and aspect of what's going on to really influence me. And I can remember when I was in nursing school, when I was in high school, well, let me just say nursing school. When I was in nursing school trying to become a nurse, I couldn't wait till I got to that point where I thought I was going to have some money so that I could create the life that I wanted to live, right? But the life that I wanted to live at that point was that life, right? Was that life during that time period. You know what I'm saying? In that moment, in that present. That's not the life I wanted to live in the future. Truly. That's the life I wanted to live at that time for the people around me, the things around me, and the influences around me. So that's why I got the new car. I ain't really need a new car. I just wanted something I look nice in, was stylish, a little swaggy. I didn't need it. It wasn't a need. It wasn't a necessity. It was a want, right? So I got the car, no issues. Money yeah. Then, prior when I became a nurse, I did the travel thing. I went to several different new countries. It was new to me. I was trying to experience life because I thought like, yo, you just sacrificed you just sacrificed 2 years of your life to get to this point. Now you here. You here. You feel what I'm saying? Let's turn up. And that's not it, people. Just because you accomplish something doesn't mean that celebration is required in that moment. You may accomplish a goal, you celebrate it, the dopamine rush going, you fall off. Now you accomplish that goal for what? You lost momentum. You lost the momentum. Once you accomplish a goal, you got to double down, reinvest, and then double up again. So that's what I did once I was isolated. I had nothing else to do but read books, listen to podcasts, listen to audio books, and really educate myself. And once you realize like how easy it is, listen to like, dang, I didn't know you could. I always thought you needed $100,000 to become a real estate investor and buy a property. I didn't know there were these strategies. So you start to really peel the layers off the lemon, peel the layers off the onion, and really get to the core of it and see the information that you just didn't know, because you don't know what you don't know. And when you don't know something, you thinking what you know about it and how hard it is, but you don't know. So once I started to educate myself on this stuff, I'm like, and I started to fall into it more. It was just like addicting. I got to learn more about this so I can mentally get to that level and have the confidence to attack it. So I changed my environments. I changed my habits. I wasn't going out. I changed the content that I was consuming. I wasn't on the shade room. I wasn't looking at the Instagram baddies. I wasn't looking, just scrolling aimlessly, right? And that's the first thing, the distractions. I finally got to a point, the distractions. So now, this right here, this phone, biggest distraction of my life. And I know if it's a distraction of my life, and I'm aware of it. I'm like one of them crackheads who know I'm a crack addict. I got a problem, but just keep calling me, man. Just keep calling me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all won't know the reference, but it's cool. For those who know, if you know, you know. So the phone, everything is on the phone right here. I can just hit this button on the side, boop, pay for whatever I want. So it's making spending easy. I ain't got to go to the ATM, get cash. I ain't got to pull out my card and just boop, spend it on whatever you want. You can put your credit card on here. You can do Afterpay and put it on layaway. You can do whatever with this phone. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, the algorithms, all of that shit is a distraction, because it's watching every move you make. It's watching what you're interested in. It's watching what you watch the longest. And then it's feeding into your desires. It's feeding into your wants and your needs. And then because you don't have the behavioral financial mindset to make informed decisions and know, okay, I'm being marketed to, or okay, I don't need this, I can't afford this, you fall right into it. Like we talk about, damn, how my phone must be tapped or something because I was just thinking about this, that, and the third, and then it pop up on my screen. No, it's called marketing, people. They pay people to, they pay scientists and psychologists and all this other stuff to create the algorithm to feed into your wants, needs, and desires. But guess what? It's a distraction because it's keeping you from actually attaining your goal. We get on the Instagram app. I can't tell you how many times I'm gonna get to TikTok. Remind me of Nurse Talk. When I ask y'all was supposed to remind me of something. Remember Nurse Talk. But Instagram, YouTube, you get on here and you living in your life. You might be at work. I remember for the last, I want to say year, 2 years, I've been working Friday, Saturday, Sunday because I don't want to spend money. I don't want to go out. I don't want to do any of that. Anything that I enjoy, like golf, I can do any day during the week. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, one Friday, I just get paid. So your pockets is full. You feeling good. It's just got paid Friday night. You know what I'm saying? You know that Friday feeling when that check cleared. Bad day. All right, let me work that day. Let me work the day after that. Let me work the day after that. So that I can create restraints around myself, whereas I don't need to spend money. And now the week really, that shortens up the week. Now the week really is Monday through Thursday, whereas okay, I needed to pay bills, do grocery shopping, and then I'm gonna be getting paid again because I get paid every week as an agency nurse. So you at work, I'm at work, right? Friday night, I'm seeing everybody getting lit, turning up, having fun. Saturday night, turning up, having fun. I'm like, yo, damn, I'm at work. I'm missing out on my 20s. You know what I'm saying? I'm up here trying to invest for my future while they living the life they want to live now and they get to have fun. You only live once. Why I can't go and do that? But I stayed focused and stayed the course. But that was just the influence from the socials that feed into you. It creates fear of missing out, which is just a comfort zone mentality. Getting out of your comfort zone. That's what that. So you're not really missing out on anything, but it's the socials that's a distraction. You get on, I don't need y'all to remind me because I remember, but Nurse TikTok. You get on Nurse TikTok, you see all the aesthetics and the nice scrubs and the nurses that look like they're living the life that they dreamed of and not, they don't know what financial situation they in. You don't know what their home life is. You don't know who funding them and who is financing them. You just see the results and you think that they doing the same thing you doing. Guess what? They not. They not doing the same thing you doing. You don't know their financial situation. Guess what? What they eat don't make you shit. So you looking at them, feeling bad about yourself, feeling like you're not doing a lot, not doing enough. And trust me, I've been there. I'm sitting on 2 real estate properties and I'm looking at somebody with 5, 6, 7, 8, and I'm like, dang, I gotta go harder. I gotta go harder when I need to focus on what I got. Fuck them. Their real estate portfolio don't make me no more money. So it's the distractions that end up seeping into your mind and creating that fear of missing out and creating that thought that you're not doing enough. That distraction will ruin you. You gotta get that out. You gotta like completely drop that. But that's something that social media is so strong and such a drug that I didn't say what I needed to say about TikTok. But social media is so strong, it's such a drug, it influences you. That's why we have influencers to make you think you need something, you need to live like this or do something that you don't. Nurse TikTok. You see all the aesthetics and all that other stuff on there, living their life, whoopty whoopty whoop. But guess what? That's for the here and now. That's for the here and now. Those nurses that's doing all of that on social media, let's see how long they are around doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because life gonna happen. Life will happen, guys. Trust me. Whether that's starting a family, whether that's losing a loved one, whether that's getting sick and not being able to work. You know what I'm saying? Life will happen. And you seeing these influences that are making you think that you need to live like this, when no, actually, you need to live how you want to live, how you need to live. And you think you want designer clothes, you think you want this car, you think, no, you don't. No, you don't. Because if I said, all right, bro, I'm going to give you $1 million, right? But you got to live on an island and you can't have no contact with anybody. What is it? What is the $1 million worth? What is the new car worth? What is a Rolex worth if nobody can't see it. It's just for that status symbol and that attention so that you can outwardly show other people, hey, look what I got. This is what I have. I'm rich like you guys, or I can fit in with you guys because I belong here, so on and so forth. So really eliminating the distractions. That's the first point. 2, your habits. Your habits is what's going to kill you every time, because your goals and your objectives don't align with the daily actions that you're taking to achieve them, right? If you going to work every day and you picking up Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, you buying lunch, eating out every day you go to work, or if it's just 3-4 days a week, that's still money that you're spending, right? I want to say, outside of my planned expenses, I probably spend $100 a week. That's it. Going to the range, golf, like my leisure stuff, I'm spending $100 a week just on discretionaries, unplanned expenses. If I need to give me a Celsius or something from the vending machine, but I'm consciously accounting for that too, checking my apps, checking my just making sure I'm in control of my spending. And people's spending habits these days are so poor because they're spending money they don't have. I don't care how much you have in credit, business credit, whatever. If you can't afford to pay it back, don't buy it. Like, I don't get working extra shifts to pay off a vacation, or working extra shifts to for a down payment or something, or working extra shifts to buy a bag. Or why are you not working extra shifts to invest in yourself, invest in your future? Because that shit, like, that you trying to get right now, that does nothing. You know the guns and butter. It does nothing, no appreciation, no growth. It has no value. You simply doing it for the outward appearance and how people view and look at you. All right. And then it's my last point before I wrap it up. And then the mindset and mentality of a healthcare professional, right? You know what you had: elementary school, middle school, high school. We just learning about whatever they teach us in the school system. You get to college with your prereqs and your in-course requirements for work. All you learning about is healthcare shit. You learn about how to become a nurse, how to critically think, how to do all this other. At no point do they teach you about money management. That's why you got doctors out here who are living paycheck to paycheck, because managing your money is a skill. And the skill that healthcare professionals have is being healthcare professionals in their intended specialty. That's it. They don't never teach you about no money. They don't never teach you how the hospital make money. They don't never teach you what your salary and how much, like, as far as the business aspect of health. They don't teach us that. They teach you how to be a pawn, how to be a rat in the race, and how to be a number within the system. Nobody ever teaches us about money management, how to grow our money, how to make more money from it. So, because we're programmed with this educated healthcare mind, you got to understand that, just like, all right, I'm gonna say nursing, just like everything it takes to be a doctor, just like everything it takes to be an engineer, there are levels that you gotta compound and build on with your knowledge. That's the same thing with money. And I'm not saying that you gotta learn that stuff, but get somebody to help you do it. Get somebody to do it for you. Some of them, but there are things that healthcare professionals don't know. And you get on Instagram and you listen to the Instagram influencers, finance bros, you see the memes, you hearing all these words and Roth IRA, 401k, brokerage account, things that you don't know about. And what make you think you're going to do it if you don't really know about it? You're not. You're not. But the same way you learned how to get into nursing school, the same way you learned how to get a job after nursing school, the same way you learned what you learned in nursing school, that's the same thing you got to do with money. That's the same thing we got to do with money. So if you really trying to build wealth and create the life in the future, not here and now, the life in the future that you want to live, it requires discipline. It requires discipline and eliminating all distractions. And when I say distractions, I mean social influence, the people that are around you. Because you got friends that, girl, come on out with me. I know you. I'm trying to save. Girl, but Jamal gonna be there. The club gonna be lit. We gonna be the section of the. Your friends will take you off your goal. They don't even got to call you sometimes. Sometimes you might see them out like, girl, I'm going with them. I save another. So your friends, the environments that you in, you know what I'm saying? Like you may go to a high-end restaurant or something. You know, in order to go to that high-end restaurant, you want to look like you fit in. You want to feel a part of it. Like you know what I'm saying? Like this is your lifestyle. So you're going to buy a nicer dress. You're going to get some nicer shoes and you're going to eat good while you're there. All that. So that's the environment that's influencing you to do things that you really don't want. You want to do it so you can beat it. But that's not really naturally who you are. That's not really naturally who you are. And then what I said environments, people, and then your habits. You really got to take a look in the mirror and see, like, what does money mean to you? Why you work as hard as you work? Why you deal with the bullshit that you deal with? Because if you doing all of that to buy a car, to make Instagram think that you making money like the rest of these nurses, to buy a bag, to do all this unnecessary stuff that's not elevating you, increasing your skills, increasing your value, then you constantly going to be in that generational curse will never be broken, and it's only just going to get handed down to your children because they're learning from you. They're seeing the things you buy. They're seeing the things that you value, and they're going to take that, and then that's going to create poor financial decisions for them. So if not, do it for yourself. Do it for your kids, guys. That's it. That's all I'm saying. I got the rapping and freestyling for a little bit, but first things first. Tyron Tyson. I'm the Urban Nurse. I'm a financial planner. I'm a real estate investor, and I help healthcare professionals become better real estate investors. If you are interested in wealth management, financial planning, tap in with me. You know what I'm saying? I get free 45-minute strategy session. Sit down. Let's put everything on the table and let's figure out how to get you to where you want to be. That's one. Two, if you're in healthcare, well, everything I'm saying right now is for healthcare real estate investors. I'm just going to put that out there. But two, if you're a healthcare professional, you're a landlord, you're in real estate, whether that's short-term, mid-term, long-term, you're a real estate investor, you're a landlord, I got a Facebook group, private Facebook community called the Healthcare Landlords Network that I would like you guys to come and be a part of. You know, it's a community that I'm purely focusing on building right now because I know that when I was in the heat of the storm in my real estate journey, I needed somebody to be there with me. And all that I had was the Facebook groups that I were part of to be able to just go and ask questions. But I want this to be way more intimate and just for us, just for healthcare professionals who are landlords. So you must be licensed, not just aspiring. I'm sorry if you don't got your prereqs, if you ain't graduated nursing school, you got to be aspiring. We got to be in the field. And third thing, make sure y'all follow me on YouTube. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. Make sure y'all follow me on Facebook. You can find me on Facebook, Tyron Tyson Financial Planner. You can find me on YouTube, The Urban Nurse. You can find me on Instagram, The Urban Nurse. And that's all for today, guys. I'm about to go through these comments, see what people got to say, see what people thinking. And I'm going to give y'all some game back. You know, I will say, YouTube be holding me down on the views. I just want to say that. Shout out to YouTube. Today, I'm shouting out to my YouTube people because Instagram, be the likes, the comments, the questions, and the DMs, but you don't tap in when I'm giving game. Advice for earning and learning. Okay, advice for people with low income, higher income, increase your income. Like it's no other way around it. It's no way that you be in a low income position and work your way out without increasing your income. So if your income is here, what are your expenses? Are your expenses up here? Can your income be here, your expenses be down here, and you got some wiggle room? Like what can you do in that sense? Is there something that where though you can go back to school, get a certification that will then allow you to make more money? But when you're in a low income position, the number one objective should be to get a higher earning job, a higher earning profession, because you can only make do with what you got. And if your income is only able to afford your standard living expenses, then you got shackles around your hands. It's not much you can really do. Do you have okay, I answered that question. I'm at work, love it, bro. Shout out to my man Will. Shout out to. No, I'm not shouting you out. I'm not. I'm not saying that name out loud. Mr. Tyson, I have been watching your channel since 2021. Financial literacy is such an eye-opening learning experience. I have embarked on the journey of financial freedom myself. Shout out to Curvy Naturals on YouTube right now. I wish you the best in your experience. I love people who get that financial bug and really want to start making their money make money for them so that they can create the life that they want for themselves. Keep applying pressure. Brandon, what's good, brother? Hey, Senator Armstrong, I'm a block you, okay? I'm going to respectfully block you because your comments right now they throwing me off. Yeah, see, Brandon, this Senator guy need to get put out the chat. Look, yeah, he gone. All right, so Dom Smith, shout out. I'm torn between getting a higher paying job and staying where I'm at because I have room to learn before I move on. Great question. Great question. So it's about what you want, right? So lay both things out on the table. You want to make more money? Because I don't know what you want to make more money for. I don't know what's your reason to make more money. If I were to think of it from my perspective, do I want to continue to stay in the place that I'm at because it's comfortable, because I can learn more and grow, climb the ladder within that, and climb the clinical ladder? Let's just say climb the clinical ladder. Or do I want to make more money so that I can invest that money and create a passive stream of income for myself? So you really got to ask yourself, do you want to make more money, or do you want to grow in your position, learn, continue to grow your skills and your knowledge base and use that as a platform to elevate and then make more money? It's about what your ultimate objective is at the end of the day, brother. Yeah. What did you use to learn about real estate investing? Nicole S. Shout out, shout out, shout out. So I use everything. Audible. I think for $14.99 a month, you can get one free download as far as books. I used the podcast app on Apple, a bunch of real estate podcasts on there. And then I use Bigger Pockets podcast. Well, Bigger Pockets platform. So the Bigger Pockets platform is a real estate platform from real estate from top to bottom, whether it's real estate investing from an active side. So you trying to become a landlord, you trying to do short-term rental, you trying to do mid-term rental, you trying to do fix and flip, anything real estate you trying to do. The Bigger Pockets platform has everything that you need, from webinars to live Q&As to courses to books. You see this? All the knowledge you need right here between these pages. But you got to go out and get it, because it ain't going to come to your door in an Amazon package. And I just want to let y'all know, that's y'all fault. We just gonna let that. You saw them books for them. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I ain't start reading like unrequired reading until 2020. So all of these books, the ones that fell down up there, are 3 years. And don't get me to going down my Audible book list, because we got some Audible badges on there, you know what I'm saying, as far as how much time we put in. But I want to say I've read or started listening to, I ain't gonna cat with y'all, I started listening to at least 20, 30 books since that process. And it's always been specifically in what I was trying to learn: real estate, financial advising, creating a business, marketing, how to lose weight, anything. You got to go out and look for the information, because it's not going to come to you. All right, so that's the comments from YouTube. Let's go over to Instagram. See how we looking from Instagram. I'm not a couple 100,000 revolving through the door because myself. Oh, I got a couple 100,000 revolving through the door because of myself. A couple, yeah. I don't know. I don't know if we talking about debt, but you know what the problem is. You know how much you got, how much revolving debt you got, or you know how bad of a situation you in. If you aware of it, all it's going to take is you to get yourself out of that situation, or for you to ask somebody like help. And I don't mean ask them to help, but I mean start to do the necessary steps yourself. And once you run into a roadblock, pivot, look as far as mentor or advisor, somebody who is of authority in whatever you need help with. Ask them to help. Okay, I'm at this roadblock. How do I get to the next step? So you know what the problem is, bro. You gotta help yourself out. Even if it's 20K, like let me tell you, last year, 2023, 2022, with my real estate and stuff, I want to say I'm probably paid down 25,000 in credit card debt each year. So 2022 credit card debt, 2023 credit card, but I'm constantly paying it off. Like, all right, 2023 I paid off $25,000 in credit card debt. Well, not paid it back, gave it back to them. You know what I'm saying? 2023, because things always come up, especially when you're a real estate investor. And these not just little expenses. These $2,500, $4,000 here, $5,000 here. So I ain't got it like that to just throw it at a contractor. So I use my credit card and then I pay it off. And regardless of how long it takes to pay it off, it's gonna get paid off within this year. Like I'm not dragging it over into the next year. So I always like make sure, because credit is a bitch. I'm gonna be honest. I think not a scam, but I think it's a setup. Honestly, it's a setup to keep people poor and keep people from getting out. Cause that credit card that it pulls at you, and like I say, life keep going. If you keep spending, it's just going you digging yourself into a deeper hole. Let me see. Let me see. You, what is considered low income? Now, I'm not Kevin Samuels or anything like that, but and I don't. I'm saying low income to me is anything under 90K. I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm not trying to offend you. All right. But we talking realistically here. Like, because anything under 90K, we got to remember you getting taxed too. So that 90K really like 70 something. I don't know. I'm not a mathematician, a financial planner. But the concept is that 70K that you make annually, or 90K you make annually, gonna get taxed by Uncle Sam. And what you gonna take home for that year ain't that $90,000. So if you're making less than six figures, it's low income, because you got to think what it costs to just live these days. I really enjoy your advice. I've been trying to branch out into real estate for a long time, but my husband is scared. Ooh, mm, that's a tough one, because I don't know what your husband's mindset is. He might really not want to get into real estate because of whatever insecurities he has as far as money. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us have money values and foundational money principles that we grew up on. Me, I don't want my checking account to get below a certain amount of money, or I'm gonna turn into a completely different person, because I'm now scared. I'm now in fear of my life, essentially, because my safety net got too many holes in it. So I don't know what your husband's financial viewpoints are, but I always advise, if I have a client and they come in as a couple, getting on the same page, sitting down, listening to an audio book together, watching a podcast, sorry, watching YouTube videos or listening to a podcast together, so that you guys can learn together and start to figure out where you have the most value at, or what you're good at in that, and then where he has the most value at and what he's good at. And I always say dual income households are, it's like it's a cheat code. because you got two incomes. Y'all can work together. One person can work overtime, and y'all putting money together. So that's my recommendation. I would just really try to ease him into the situation, because it's a big risk. You know what I'm saying? And some people work because of that risk and their risk tolerance, what they are willing to put up with, and not real estate just is a little bit on the too far riskier end. So I would just say really open his mind into the possibilities, open his mind to the goals that you are trying to accomplish, into the life that you guys want to live. Any advice on Airbnb? Do you do Airbnb? So I did Airbnb during COVID. I did Airbnb in my basement. I rented out my basement because I was going to be traveling. I went on Amazon. I spent maybe $1,500, got everything to furnish my basement, and then started that process of renting out to travel nurses. I did that for maybe about a year and a half, and it was great. I had a system streamline. I had pretty much a process from top to bottom, whereas though I didn't need to be in there. I didn't need to be hands on. I did have my wife meet them and greet them when they were initially coming and setting up. But Airbnb is it's getting real ugly out here with a lot of the regulations and things with the Airbnb, whatever state you're in. So there are a lot of different legalities and regulations in your city and your state that are different for Airbnbs. Like I know in Baltimore, you can only have two. One must be your primary residence, and then the other one, well, like your grandfather and your primary residence, and then you use the other one as an investment property. So you can only have two Airbnbs in Baltimore unless there's something that I don't know about. But I don't currently do it, and I didn't scale to the point of really getting to see everything about it. But the best advice I will say for Airbnb is to create a system to where as though it's automated, so that you're not creating another job for yourself, and then you are able to really maximize your profits and your returns, because the system moves fluently, and you don't got to be there. What are suggestions for acquiring a second rental property? Okay, so me, I purchased both of mine at the same time. But if you have one rental property right now, you're trying to get to a second one. I don't know. It's hard for me. To answer these questions specifically to you, because I don't know your situation. And like this is a great, strategy and planning aspect that I can sit down with you and we talk about and we plan based on the resources you have, based on the point that you're trying to get to, which is your second real estate property. Let's see how to get you there and how long it will take. But from your first rental property, you need to be saving all your excess cash flow. So after your different percentages are taken out, so from vacancy, those cash reserves that you want to have on standby, after that's taken out, vacancy, capital expenses, operating expenses, things of that nature, whatever your net positive cash flow after the fact, you got to save all of that, right? And then you got to continue to stack up and work and do the same thing that you did to get the first property. I don't know the value, how much equity you have in the home, but doing a cash out refi, you can use that money to then get a new property. There's so many ways to do it. Really just got to sit down with you and figure out, what you're open to and what you actually can do. So we need to just schedule a time with you, because I'm definitely interested. So if you click on the link in my bio, there is a link to book a call with me. You can book a free 45-minute strategy session. Like I said, this is for healthcare professionals who are like really interested in getting into real estate or are in real estate and are trying to scale their portfolio. Book a 45-minute strategy call with me so we can see where you're at, what you have, and how we're going to get you to where you're trying to be. So yes, Cardiac Nurse 01, reach out to me. I'm going to take care of you. Get rid of those credit cards. Yeah, I stopped. I'm going to be honest. I only use my credit cards for emergencies. I stopped using credit cards because it just feels like a hole that you can't get yourself out of. Like I was using my credit cards in a good way to pay my bills, and I was paying it back in a month. But as things kind of came up, I felt like I was losing track of the actual money I was spending. So I paid off, excuse me, paid off everything, and then I put the credit cards. I took them out my wallet. So everything, if I ain't got the money, if I ain't got it, I ain't getting it. New York, 100K is really like 38K. Yeah, hell yeah. I lived in a closet in New York for during COVID, and I was paying almost $700. I mean, like just this space a little bit with a bed and a desk. I'm gonna show y'all my New York journey once I get the content together. But New York is super expensive, and the food and everything. Where are your Section 8 properties? I have 2 Section 8 rental properties, 1 multifamily, 1 single family in Baltimore City. All right, I probably got like a couple more questions. How many people? I don't know your current. How many properties do I currently own? I currently own 2 of my own rental properties. I have 1 joint venture with a buddy of mine and his real estate development company, and I also have some equity stake in a apartment complex with a developer brother of mine too. So I got my hands a little bit in the real estate game. It's not what you think. Don't think like I'm making big money from the real estate. Like, nah, I'm not really gonna reap the fruits of this labor until I want to say 30 years from now. But we thinking in decades. Like my 30s, we still grinding. My 40s is when I feel like, all right, I'm starting getting some money in. We making some. That's what I'm shooting for. I'm trying to be salt peppered up. You know what I'm saying? Splatter that with the you know what I'm saying, the gun, taking my daughter to school, me and wifey going on vacation. I'm thinking about the 40s. You know, they say 30s the new 40s the new 30. What advice do you have for me in Africa, Cameroon? I don't have any advice for that. I've never been to Africa. I want to go, it's a goal of mine, but I don't know what it takes to go into that. I really don't. I'm not asking any nursing questions or nursing field is draining me. Yeah, bro. You ain't the only one. I'm all the way drained. All right, so I'm losing questions. That's how I feel. It's crazy. I'm paying off my credit cards off now. Blessings from Jamaica. Shout out. And that seems like that's all the questions we got today. Let me go back to the YouTube. Let me just make sure I check out the YouTube. By the way, I'm operating new nurse surgical centers pay more and don't have any on-call shifts. Hospital ORs have more variety of cases and give you diverse experience. Okay. Listen, another thing I want to say. If you specialize in something, whether it's I don't even know how to say this. I need help, people. If you know somebody who has a business that's healthcare based, helps out new grads, helps you find a specialty, helps you out with your NCLEX, all these other things, the questions that I really have no desire to answer or really don't have desire to, like, I don't want to give you the wrong advice. Please send these people my way. Tell them I want to, collaborate. I want to work with them, send them potential leads. Because that's just not like nursing school, getting and becoming a nurse, all that. It's been 6 years. I'm way out of that chapter, and I'm trying to figure out how to help people who are in healthcare really get out. And get out means whether you want to go PRN, whether you want to work 1 day a month, whatever it is that you want to do, start a new business outside. That's what I'm here to help people do. So sorry about that. All right, y'all. That's it. Shout out to everybody who asked a question on YouTube. We're gonna be here next Sunday. I'm trying to get the promotional work in to remind y'all during the week. Shout out to everybody who came in and out on oh yeah, we know about Tiff at the New Nurse Academy. Great resource for new grad nurses. We know about Tiff. But I'm gonna shout her out anyway. Shout out to my girl Tiff, Miss Gibson, at the New Nurse Academy. If you are a new grad, new nurse, or trying to become a nurse, go to her. She's the one. She is him. Or she is she. Trying to be politically correct, but that's what I'm saying. She deals with. But these are the type of people I'm trying to work out with. Shout out to Black Nurses Week. Shout out to my girl T. And we out of here, y'all. I hope y'all have a blessed night. I hope y'all have a blessed week. Make sure y'all tap in with us next week. Make sure y'all engage in the content. You got any questions, reach out to me. If you're interested in wealth management services, and you're a real estate investor, healthcare professional, tap in with me. Listen, my goal is to have 100 clients, and I'm talking about 100 healthcare hustlers. I mean, really putting into it. Y'all may not be able to see the results of my work in 5 years, but I really want to say 10 years from now, it's going to be, I want it to be so many testimonies of people whose lives I've changed through simply helping them focus and get on track financially and with their investments. So that's it. That's all. I swear, I love all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? I wish y'all the best and stay blessed. See you when I see you.